Episode 434, Google's AI Search Playbook.
The AI 6 Podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
Google has released official guidance on AI search. For the first time, it published a paper on SEO in the AI age, and its conclusion is simple. AI search optimization is not a new discipline, it is SEO evolved. Hello and welcome back to AI 6, the podcast that promises to bring you news, views and insights on artificial intelligence in just 6 minutes a day, Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays we have the long listen. On the 15th of May, Google released its first official guidance on optimizing your website for generative AI features on Google Search. I've linked the article in the show notes for the podcast. Google says its generative AI experiences are built on the same ranking and quality systems used in traditional search. The difference is in how those systems are applied and not replaced. So, from Google's perspective, generative engine optimization and answer engine optimization are simply new labels for an existing goal: visibility in search results. So they say the underlying and fundamental work of SEO is still important. So, how does AI decide what to cite? Google outlines two key mechanisms here. First, retrieval-based grounding, often referred to as retrieval augmented generation or RAG. The AI pulls relevant documents from Google's index and uses them to support its responses. Second, query fan-out. A single user query is expanded into multiple related searches, allowing the system to gather a broader set of sources before generating an answer. The implication is important. Your page does not need to rank number one for a keyword to be cited. A clear, well-structured section that directly answers a specific aspect of a query can be surfaced, even if the page itself ranks lower. So, for organizations producing deep specialist content, this lowers the barrier to visibility. Google's strongest message is not technical, it's actually editorial. The guidance repeatedly emphasizes non-commodity content. That means material that cannot be easily replicated by other sites or generated by AI. Essentially, it's rewarding original, domain expert content. Google contrasts generic list-based articles with content grounded in real experience. For example, a standard tips article is unlikely to stand out. A first-hand account, a case study, or original data carries far more weight. So the takeaway is, publish what only you can publish. First-hand experience, proprietary research, expert analysis, and institutional knowledge. If your content simply aggregates what already exists, Google's AI has little incentive to cite it. Google also addresses several claims circulating in the SEO and AI marketing space. They say there is no special ranking benefit to an LLM's text file. Google treats it like any other text file. You do not need to rewrite content specifically for AI systems. Google's models already understand language, context, and synonyms. Long-form content is not penalized. Google can interpret structure and multiple topics with a simple page. These points directly challenge the idea that AI search requires entirely new optimization tactics. The fundamentals remain unchanged. Strong technical SEO, so crawlability, indexing, mobile usability, and site performance and speed. High-quality people-first content that demonstrates expertise and usefulness. Rich media, including images and video, which Google increasingly surfaces in AI-driven results. Accurate and complete structured data, especially for local businesses and e-commerce, via Google Business Profile and Merchant Center. So, the baselines haven't changed, but our expectations have increased. The most forward-looking section of Google's guidance touches on AI agents. These are not just chat interfaces, but systems capable of taking action on behalf of users, browsing sites, interpreting interfaces, and completing tasks autonomously. Google's advice here is cautious. monitor developments and prepare where relevant. But the implication is significant. Websites may increasingly be consumed not just by humans, but by automated agents acting on the behalf of humans. So that changes how we think about usability, structure, and even conversion. SEO is not being replaced, it is being redefined at a higher standard. For years, the pressure was to produce more content. Google's guidance signals a shift in the opposite direction: produce better content. Quality, originality, and authority now determine whether your content is cited in AI-generated answers. Organizations that consistently publish trusted, experience-based material will have a clear advantage. For public sector, this is an obvious opportunity. You have a lot of original, trusted, expert evidence-based content. And that's the exact type of content Google is now prioritizing. So before investing in new AI optimization tools or services, it's worth reading Google's own guidance. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategies, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organization. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.